Hey y'all, it's your girl Gemini Jazz, and welcome to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction that happens at 23 degrees Pisces on April the 12th. Okay, so before we dive into all of that, we are going to first get some announcements out the way really quickly. We have the Celestial City membership that is open, where you receive readings, Reiki, a new moon candle ceremony to set your intentions. You also get free documents, to help you understand astrology and understand yourself. Also, you receive a discount on all of my services and all of my products and whatnot. So there's so much more included in the membership. And also we have the $10 April reading. So if you want to know your sun, moon, or rising and you're not part of the membership, you can purchase those readings individually for $10 each. And we also have the year ahead reading. So once again, if you're not part of the membership, you can purchase those year ahead readings. It gives you a whole year focus by your sign, sun, moon, or rising, for $16.99. And you can find all of that information on my website, and you can get that from the description box below. Last but not least, I have the Chiron candles, which are Reiki infused soy candles that are for sale. They are going to be restocked on Sunday, this coming Sunday. So you can purchase them. You can go to the website and put in your purchase for them. They'll be completely restocked and shipped out and all of those wonderful things. So I do only 10 each of each chakra candle. So I have 7 different types of candles, and there's 10 for each that goes on sale for every month. So get yours now. And that's just only until I have the bandwidth to make more. But right now it's just me doing all of these things, just me. And, I get the help of my family, my children, and my partner, and, but it's only me. So anywho, let's dive into this Jupiter conjunction with Neptune. All right. Now, this is going to be happening at 23 degrees, which is a 5, right? So that's all about change. It's all about transformation. It's positive change, right? So both Jupiter and Neptune are considered benefic planets. And this conjunction with the two of them is going to bring out some positive things, but also it can dissolve some things as well. Now, they both rule the sign of Pisces. So when these two conjoin, it's a time for spiritual development that aligns with our personal truth. Neptune entered Pisces in 2011, and, many theorize that this contributes to the Great Awakening that kicked off a lot of the spiritual awakening that happened within the masses, okay? Now, a complete transit through all 12 signs takes Neptune 165 years, meaning it relaxes in each sign for about 14 years. So that's a long time to be in one sign. Now, Neptune is the ruler of compassion, self-sacrifice, spirituality, our subconsciousness, right? It's art, our artistry, creativity, dreams, illusions, entertainment, healing, and our psychic abilities, right? So mystical as it may be, Neptune rules the 12th house in astrology also. And so this is governing the unknown and also the undoing, right? The dissolving of things. So we can expect some aspect of ourselves to come undone, especially if it does not align with the path that lies ahead. Now, Jupiter governs the 9th house and Sagittarius in astrology, just as well as it governs Pisces, okay? So in traditional astrology, Jupiter is the ruler of Pisces, but it's also the ruler of Sagittarius, okay? So Jupiter rules over both, our personal truth, our route, our path, our beliefs, luck, fortune, expansion, optimism, opportunities, abundance, long distance travel, our higher consciousness, higher education, that's Jupiter ruled things. And Jupiter moves through all 12 signs in about 12 years. So meaning that it stays in the sign for roughly a year at a time. So just before, we wrap up one of, basically most of Jupiter's transit through Pisces, right? So it's almost done. And just as we are wrapping this up and, before it moves into Aries in May, this conjunction is providing us a cosmic reset, because conjunctions always indicate a new beginning. You know, it's a seed being planted that will flourish in time. Doesn't necessarily mean that the new beginning is going to be seen or recognized or even felt at this time, but you can get some synchronicities that's happening. You can kind of see and feel some things, especially with these two dynamically like spiritual and intuitive planets, right? So these two planets, they come into alignment every 12 years, but they do not come into conjunction in their ruling signs as often, right? So it's every 165 years that this happens. So these two align every 12 years, making this moment that much more special. And the last time Jupiter and Neptune connected in the sign of Pisces happened March 17th, 1856. So what happened during this time? I did some history, some research on some history. And this is when the Treaty of Paris was signed between Russia, Russia, Great Britain, France, Sardinia, Piedmont, Turkey, and I think that was it. I think it was just them. So either way, they signed this treaty. They signed the Treaty of Paris on March the 30th, 1856. So this happened right after the conjunction in the sign of Pisces. So this is what ultimately ended the war. It was the Crimean War. I can't pronounce it. I was just doing research. So this resulted in the ending of that war. So I was looking at this and I was, kind of reading up on it. And I was like, okay, it's another Russia kind of involved situation. And maybe, now we have this new Russian situation going on, that there's some hope for this current situation that we have between Russia and Ukraine. But I'm not going to get into all the politics of that, but, just looking at it, the synchronicity surrounding it, that maybe there is some hope. We'll see. Now, moving on, although both planets have similar representations, they also result or create contradictory themes, right? So like I was mentioning before, Neptune is the ruler of undoing and dissolving, and Jupiter, it governs expansion and abundance. So while things could be dissolving around us, other opportunities could be surfacing simultaneously. Now, as we experience this amplification of spirituality, artistry, psychology, our beliefs, and healing, we can begin to see through the veils of things, right? So Jupiter is going to do a couple of things. Either it's going to enhance the illusions that are there, or it's going to tap into that sextile that it's making with Pluto that's in Capricorn and help us to see through the illusion, see through the fog, right? Pluto in Capricorn is just breaking down all the barriers of things. And also there's a sextile to the North Node that's happening in Taurus while this conjunction is happening, right? And there's a trine to the South Node that's in Scorpio, right? And this is all helping us to align, transmute, and change, or even course correct, right? If we need to make a different, take a different path, I guess, or a direction, or, to the same destination, of course, but just a different route, right? So alternatively, Neptune is carrying that essence of, deception also. Deception, illusions, and cloudiness. So we might be experiencing, spiritual enlightenment, but also there could be some deceptive energies. There could be some things that just kind of, seeing all things that's not necessarily what they seem to be. We're experiencing like this spiritual enlightenment, the abundant amount of blessings that are coming in, but also at the same time, there's this high chance that, in some cases, the glitter that we see just isn't gold, okay? It's not gold. It's not what it appears to be. So things might be coming to the surface. Some truth might be coming out during this time with this energy. Also to keep in mind that, Neptune is in Pisces is Poseidon, right? Poseidon, the deep, it's the ocean, it's water, and Jupiter expands. It brings abundance, and sometimes an overabundance. So we might see, like in history, we might see some floods, or not even in history, in current day, excuse me, we might see floods. It might even be like some leaks around the house. It could be natural disasters that come up during this time. So keeping that in mind, that all of these things could possibly occur, with this energy. Now, get into the all 12 signs. Okay, so this is probably one of the only times that I do all 12 signs, because I like to keep the signs and whatnot exclusive to the membership, but I will do it for this because this is a transit that happens only once every century. Okay, so now with this energy, let's talk about Aries. Okay, so for Aries and Aries rising, we have Jupiter Neptune conjunct. This is happening in your 12th house, okay? In the sign of Pisces, it's in your 12th house. So Jupiter and Neptune connecting in the house of spirituality. It's the ruling house. It's in the ruling sign in your chart. And Jupiter is also the ruler of the 9th house. So it has a lot to do with a blessing coming from long distance. You might find yourself getting into get an opportunity to go travel. Maybe even, it's a lot to do with like your relationships, even your partnerships with other people, your path, your purpose. You might even be going through some massive spiritual healing, maybe even psychological or mental health things that are coming up. Maybe you're, you've been going to therapy and you're going to be getting a lot of revelations, and there's going to be a blessing coming in, or maybe even an opportunity that comes in about, these things that you have been enduring, whether you're in school, or maybe you're going to be just receiving some type of insight or some truth that comes out about your path, about where it is that you desire to be. And there's also an opportunity for something to dissolve, right? So you could be having the dissolving of some self-sabotaging patterns, something that it no longer aligns to your beliefs, okay? Allowing things to crumble where they need to crumble, okay? Especially with Jupiter ruling your 9th house is about your beliefs. It's also the ruler of your 12th house, which is the house of undoing, but also our subconsciousness, self-sabotaging behaviors, addictive personalities, these things. So there's like going to be a healing or even a blessing that comes in. And you might have an opportunity to travel. You might have an opportunity or receive something that says, hey, you can come back to school, or receive a certification, or become a mentor. All these types of things are possible, okay? Now, moving on to Taurus, okay? So for Taurus and Taurus rising, this is happening in your 11th house, okay? This is going to be in the house of friendships, networking circles, your goals. So there's going to be maybe some help that comes from a friend about your resources, right? About how to obtain your resources, and also just who it is that you're connecting and networking with. So you might receive some type of blessing from your networking circles, your associates, in order for you to obtain those goals that you are seeking and going after. Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius, which sits in your 8th house. So this might be help from a partner, right? Maybe even joining your finances. This could be where you're going to be receiving the news, or some type of a new beginning, or a blessing, or something that comes in like an inheritance, or some type of other people's money, right? That 8th house energy is other people's money. It's joint finances, shared resources, maybe even intimacy, right? So this could be your intimate partnerships. It could be, you receiving a blessing from your friends or your partner, and it could be financial. And also this is helping you obtain your goals, so that way you can achieve what it is that you're seeking to achieve. And this is setting the new tone. This is setting a new beginning for that time as well. So that is all that I have for you, Taurus and Taurus rising. Now for Gemini and Gemini rising, this is happening in your 10th house. So this is the house of career and public image, public reputation. And this is also the legacy that you leave after the work that you've done here in this realm, on this earth, at this time in this life, okay? So this is going to be a blessing, an opportunity, or some kind of assistance that comes in about your career. You might get a job opportunity. You might, recommit yourself to a career path, right? Or even just commit to a new career path, right? Because, conjunctions are a time for new beginnings. This has a lot to do with, that 7th house energy could even be like a time where you are having a new public image, because like you're getting married, right? So 7th house is marriage also. Jupiter's the ruler of your 7th house. It's also the ruler of your 10th house, as long as, as well as Neptune is the ruler of your 10th house. So it could be that, some things are dissolving when it comes to, how you are seen, or you could be letting go a certain, career path, so to speak. You could be letting that go or letting go an old job in order to embrace a new beginning, a new path. And you're receiving this assistance from either your partner, or maybe you're just committing, signing a contract to, this new job or this new offer, this new opportunity that's coming in for you. Okay. Now, for Cancer and Cancer rising, we have this happening in your ninth house, Cancer. So this is the house of your path, your beliefs, your higher consciousness, higher education, long distance travel. Okay, this is about like a pilgrimage, a spiritual, in consciousness, like development in a sense. And Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius, which sits in your sixth house. So this is about, your daily routines, maybe a blessing coming in from your health, even maybe the work that you're doing, your daily habits that you are, doing, and so on and so forth. So ninth house is also your, education. So you either could be in school or in a mentorship program, and you're having to kind of change and shift your daily routines, but you could really be feeling optimistic and having a blessing that comes in surrounding the ability to go travel, or maybe even you're going to do a study abroad program or something like that. Also, this could, get you to where you're shifting your health. It could be mental health, it could be physical health, right? Sixth house. And so this is going to help you to explore the different options that you have that are being presented to you, right? The ninth house is also our sense of adventure. So you could be receiving a blessing, receiving the opportunity to go on an adventure, to go travel. This kind of shifts and changes your daily routines, and maybe even, the work that you do. Maybe you're having an opportunity to work abroad or study abroad, and it shifts your work habits and things of that nature. All righty. So for Leo and Leo rising, this is happening in your eighth house. And this is the house of joint finances, shared resources, debt, karma, death and rebirth, regeneration, rejuvenation. This is a house that's ruled by Scorpio. So it's very loaded. It's also the house of intimate partnerships and shared resources. So with it being in your eighth house, okay, so Leo, this could very well indicate that, a blessing is coming in about the joint finances of you and your partner, right? The shared resources of that kind. Jupiter is the ruler of your fifth house. So something that's going to ignite that joy and tapping into what brings that joy and that fun back to you, right? Within your intimacy, your relationships. Also, there could be a time where you're going to refocus, or this is going to give you that opportunity to refocus on creative projects. So that way you can receive, your resources, obtain more resources, receive money from other people, right? Eighth house is other people's money for a creative project that you are involved in. Okay, so that is also an opportunity for you. Also with the eighth house energy, this could be an opportunity where something is dissolving, right? So you could be dissolving debt. Some kind of debt could be paid off during this time, and it's like an unexpected thing that happens. So this could be something that comes up at the same time. Okay. All right. So for Virgo and for Virgo rising, this is happening in your seventh house. So this is the house of marriage and partnerships and commitments. Okay. So with this Jupiter and Neptune energy, a blessing or an opportunity or some type of assistance could come in from your partner. You might even be setting a new tone to, or new beginning to, embark on a relationship. So either a new relationship could be forming at this time, or you could be receiving help from a friend about, a business thing, right? Because seventh house is contracts and legal. So it could be a business thing that you're receiving help from, or maybe even a female friend or a feminine energy that is currently in your life, because Jupiter is the ruler of the fourth house, which is home and family and women and whatnot. So with that being there, Jupiter could be blessing you or providing you an opportunity from, someone, a friend, to recommit to something, whether it's in business or even a relationship could be forming at this time, and something that's going to bring in some sense of stability, some sense of security, right? A foundation that you desire to create at this time. Okay. So moving on. So for Libra and Libra rising, this is happening in your 6th house. And so this is the house of your daily routines, your habits, your acts of service, the work that you do, the people that you work with, and also your health. Okay. So there's going to be a blessing. This might even indicate that you are going to be dissolving a health issue that has been plaguing you at this time. Okay. So it's going to be a blessing that comes in. You might receive some information. Jupiter is the ruler of your 3rd house in Sagittarius. So you might receive some information that comes in that tells you about like a health issue that is dissolving or is going away, or you might get some insight or some information, or even create a plan. Maybe someone's going to give you a plan on how to get certain things under control. There also might be something coming in about a vehicle. All right. You might get a new car, something about your environment might be changing. Your daily habits, your daily routine, you might be picking up a new health regimen or something like that. And you're going to be receiving some type of blessing or some type of new beginning that happens surrounding your health, surrounding your daily habits and your routines as well. There's also an indication that you could be receiving some kind of help or assistance or blessing when it comes to a small business, if you're a small business owner as well. Okay, Libra. So for Scorpio and Scorpio rising, this is happening in your 5th house, and this is the house of children, your innocence, your inner child, also the house of creativity and romance and your hobbies and your joy, right? Your creative self-expression. So this is an opportunity that's going to come in to allow you and give you the opportunity to express yourself, your soul expression, who it is that you are at your core, right? It even maybe developing some type of creative project or something that brings in more finances. Also, this is a new beginning that's going to possibly set the tone for a new romantic path, right? Jupiter rules your 2nd house, which is Sagittarius. So with Jupiter ruling your 2nd house, this might indicate like a new romantic path. You might be, taking yourself out on dates, falling in love with yourself, right? That 5th house is about yourself, right? Your personality is the ruler of the sun. So who it is that you are. So you could be falling in love with yourself. And this is going to indicate that you're magnetizing what it is that you desire coming in. This is a new opportunity for a new path in your romantic life as well. Also, you might get pregnant if you are seeking to get pregnant. Okay. Jupiter and Neptune definitely can provide a blessing in the 5th house to conceive a child, right? 5th house is the ruler of children. So if that is something you are looking forward to, then this is a high possibility that this could be planting the seed literally for that. Okay. So moving on, Scorpio, we are now on to Sagittarius. So for Sagittarius and Sagittarius risings, this is happening in your 4th house of home, family, your foundation, your sense of security, your comfort. This is the house that rules women, the feminine archetype, the mother archetype as well. So with Jupiter and Neptune making this conjunction in the sign of Pisces in your 4th house, this is a new beginning or a blessing coming in about your home. Jupiter is the ruler of your 1st house, Sagittarius, just as well as it rules the 4th house. So this is directly something that is affecting you. You're going to be kind of shifting and changing your personality, your self-image, how you show up in a sense. And this blessing or this opportunity, maybe even moving or obtaining a new home, moving to a new location. You actually are the person initiating this, right? Because it's affecting you personally. Your 1st house is you. So that 4th house energy is saying that this is going to provide you the sense of stability that you have been seeking, the home and the family that you have been seeking. And also it could bring in, maybe a new home or something of that nature, right? You might even be like remodeling your home or something. And you could be building a pool, right? Putting a pool in your backyard. That's very, very specific. So let me know if that actually happens for anybody that has a Sagittarius rising. Okay. All right. So moving on to Capricorn and Capricorn rising, this is happening in your 3rd house. This is the house of small business. This is the house of your immediate environment, your siblings. This is also about your vehicles, your movement, how you move, whether it's, your actual movement, since the 3rd house is ruled by Gemini and also Mercury is your limbs, right? So this is about your ideas, your mental capacities, the information and news. So this is definitely setting up you to receive a blessing about either a small business or, just kind of receiving a blessing within the community. You might be receiving some type of help from a sibling, since the 3rd house rules siblings, right? And there could be something that's coming undone. It could be some healing that happens when it comes to, you know, the 12th house energy. It could be some healing, or something is dissolving, right? It could be a situation where there's like your vehicle, there's an opportunity for you to let go of a car or sell a car, or some type of blessing or opportunity. You might even be receiving finances for your vehicle, right? You might be selling your car. So that is also something that could be coming up for you at this time, Capricorn. Okay, so now for Aquarius and Aquarius rising, this is happening in your second house. And this is the house of partnerships, material possessions, your values. This is also the house of your finances as well as like, you know, relationships and whatnot. So this is definitely an indication of a blessing that's coming through regarding your relationships, the things that you value the most. And you could be receiving help from a friend surrounding these things, okay? So maybe a friend is going to be lending you some money to help you achieve a goal, or maybe you're going to be kind of networking with people and you might meet someone. This could be the development of a new relationship, or this could be you obtaining or reaching a financial goal that you have been seeking to obtain during this time. Okay, so moving on, last but not least, Pisces and Pisces rising. This is happening in your first house. So this is directly affecting you, right? This is a house of your self-image, how you project yourself outwardly to the world, right? So with Jupiter and Neptune being conjuncting your first house, Jupiter is the ruler of your 10th house. So it's also affecting your public image, right? So how people see you. So there might be a lot of influence that comes in. You might get some recognition during this time. You might get seen for something that you're doing that is creative with this, you know, kind of thing. Or also there might be a dissolving of a job or a career, so that way you can embark on, you know, focusing on yourself, focusing on what it is that you desire to do. Also, there might be some aspect of like physical health, or your physical body could be changing. You could be, you know, tapping into a new path or a new beginning when it comes to your actual physical body, changing that aspect of it. But this is also going to be something that is projected outwardly, publicly. Okay, now that is all that I have for this reading. So I went through all 12 signs. I don't do that often, but I went through all 12 signs. So let me know if any of these things resonate with any of you all. Go ahead and hit that comment box. Let's comment. Let's have a chit chat about it. This is going to be a very impactful conjunction. It's going to be setting the tone for us moving forward, right? This only happens once every decade. So we have about another 165 years before this happens again in the sign of Pisces at that, but another 12 years before Neptune and Jupiter come into a conjunction. So this is not something that happens every day, not even every year. Okay, so anywho, there you have it. And what else do I have? I think that's all I got. So y'all go ahead and hit that description box below for all the things. And y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week and a whole wonderful, wonderful month ahead. And I will speak with you all soon. Bye.